Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this morning, Thursday, uh, August 19th, 2021, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to, or helping you become financially independent by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading tools and our best in the business one-on-one personalized training. We believe that personalized training is really necessary in order to be able to learn currency trading. And our goal in these sessions is first off as a kind of a little training session where you get to learn by watching me trade and do my analysis. And then second, we want you to see how accurate the tools are. And the best way to see how accurate they are is to watch someone who knows how to use them, trade, and then look at their results. So with that, we need to start with this guy in the morning, which I don't like, but we'll listen to him. So let's go ahead and hear this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. One of the great benefits, in addition to the trading tools, is the continuous and ongoing support we provide. If you're a light member, we do 3 live trades a week, plus we have 2 intro to coaching sessions and the Wednesday night meeting. When you become a full member and have gone into the coaching program, we do another 10 additional live trading sessions like this. One in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, one in the evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. We do a live trade on Sunday. We've got continuing instruction every Saturday. And then we also have additional paid sessions where we do a live trade. So lots of opportunities to improve your skills, be in a community with other traders. If you're not doing 10 pips a day, you should be attending as many of these as you are able. So with that, let's get into I like to trade off of a trade routine. Before we come on, I do check to make sure the green charts are current and the CoinEx is live and connected. And on the green charts with the web-based version, I leave mine on all the time, but I'm not trading all the time. So when I do go back to look at them, I do refresh the screens. Review of yesterday, earlier in the week. Monday, we took a trade. I forget what the sequence was at this point, but basically we took 2 thick orange line trades one day, and then a 10-point trade the other day. In this session, by the way, what we do is we've got a dozen different signals that you could trade off of. And during the training, we're going to come up with a trade plan for you where we find a signal that particularly resonates with you. Different people like to trade different ways. And one of the things we need to do is figure out what way that is. My wife trades, my son trades, and they trade entirely different from the way I trade. So the signals I'm going to use in this session are something called the 10-point trade and the thick orange line trade. So they're a little bit different than what we show you in the intro program. In the intro program, we're keeping it simple and then trying to add on a layer and add on another layer for you to see that the tools work. So we are technical traders, which means that the indicators are good at picking up changes in the price action. However, news also impacts currency prices. So we want to know what that news is so that we can basically trade around it. One place that we go to figure out what the news is forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks the news down into kind of three different segments. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and we don't see any reds here till actually next week. Red is a high impact on the euro here next week. Usually I look for the red items, and if there's a red item, I want to stay away from it when we trade. And we have no red items coming up. Some people will use two orange items to equal a red. I don't do that. But we do have two orange items coming up on the USD, unemployment claims and the Fed manufacturing index. So we've got nothing to worry about from my perspective. So we're going to continue on. And now we will get into the technical analysis. This chart is a chart that you have. It's the light six majors. I like to call it the composite chart because it's showing us six different currency pairs all on a 1 hour candle. I principally trade off of a 1 hour candle. And I'm going to start with the middle part of the chart, which is called the majors and minors. The majors are the red and green lines, minors are the black and gray. And I'm looking for situations where we are either above the blue line, which is the overbought line, or below the red line, which is the oversold line. And so when the market is overbought, that becomes a selling opportunity. Likewise, when it's oversold, it's a buying opportunity. And then the question is, all right, if the market's overbought, it's going to be going down. Then we want to try to find out the time when the right timing is to catch that down movement, because we don't want to be sitting in a trade for a long time. So here on the Australian US dollar, we're overbought and going up. I want to see the lines coming down. I want to see us overbought and the lines coming down. In fact, here the miners haven't even got to the overbought stage. So I'm going to pass. Euro USD, overbought. Everybody's going, the miners are going sideways, majors are going up. And usually when we see this kind of formation, this looks a little bit like a duck head. You can kind of see the bill, and I could stick an eye in here. This usually means there's going to be a little bit more of an up push. I do not want to take a buy trade when we are overbought like this, because I don't know how much more is in the up, how much more pips are in the up movement. I want to try to catch it when it's up here and it's going to move down, and I can get kind of a run through the channel. So if we went back here, had we caught this here when the green, when this started to shoot up, this would have been worth, let's see here. This would have been worth, 22 pips had we caught it at the one end of the channel as it rode up. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for opportunities to catch it when it's on one side of the channel going to the other. Pound dollar. overbought going up. Dollar, Canadian dollar oversold, going down. Dollar, Swiss franc. We are oversold going up. We're not quite halfway to the channel, halfway to the halfway point. I will consider a trade when we're not quite halfway to the point. So we've got basically 3 points here. The first point is that we're oversold, and I'm counting it as oversold even though we're a little bit in the channel. 2, that both the majors and minors are both pointing up. And 3, that we've got a double cross where the green line is crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over to the black. So if I've got 3 points here, I am then going to go up to my TNTs, and I want to see how many lines are going in the same direction that support what's happening here. So the 2 orange lines are going up, so that's good. And the 2 blue lines are going down. And on the blue lines are inversely related. So what that means is when blue is going down, that signals a buy movement. So all 4 lines are telling me, hey, this is a buy. Now, what I'm doing by going through each part of the chart is it tells me each part of the chart is measuring something different. So like, for example, here, each of these lines is capturing things at different speeds, and the thick orange captures it the kind of the fastest, and thick blue is kind of the lagging indicator. But when I get all 4, that's kind of a good signal. And then when I add that to what I'm seeing here, that increases the signal. And the more pieces that I get saying the same thing, the higher probability that I'm going to get a good trade. And the key to being able to do this is to have that high accuracy rate. My accuracy rate is about 80%. We have a number of traders who are up closer to 90. And ultimately, that's my goal. And then the last piece is to go down to the pressure. And I want either the pressure going up or I want the green line on top. And unfortunately, we don't have that here. We've got kind of a weak down pressure, and I'm calling it weak because of the slope and the gap. The gap is closing. The green line, the slope on the green line is still down, but it's less down than it was over here. But I don't have the pressure in agreement with what I'm seeing here. So with that, I'm going to pass. We are seeing a little bit of an up move here, but again, I am looking for the best probability of a winning trade. So even though it's close, I'm going to keep looking. USD yen oversold. Everybody's up. Double cross. Thing I don't like here is the slope of the green line. This is more sideways versus when we look over here on the USD CHF. These lines are more steep. The majors are more steep here. Plus, on the USD CHF, one of the things I kind of like about this one is that the lines are all clustered together. When the lines are all clustered together, that's a stronger signal than when they're not. I do have the 2 orange lines going up, the 2 blue lines going down. So 4 points here, 3 points here. But again, we've got the same kind of issue. The pressure isn't there yet. Down pressure, it's weak down pressure. The lines are converging, but I need green to be on top or the lines to be going up. So we've got nothing there. So let's keep going and go to the next group. This next group is non-US pairs. So that first page was showing primarily US pairs. Here we've got non-US pairs. Euro pound overbought going down. double cross. So 3 points here. The one little negative I see is I'd like the slope to be a little bit greater here than what we're seeing. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. So 4 points here, even though the thick blue is just up a little bit. So we got 4 points here. Again, the issue is the pressure. We've got up pressure. This is actually pretty good up pressure. It's starting to roll. The green line is less steep than it was. It's moving toward the red line, but the red line hasn't crossed over the top yet. So it's not quite ready. So we're going to pass. And one of the keys to doing this is having the patience to turn away. I don't have to be in a trade every minute. I only need a couple, 2, 3 trades a day to make very good money. So I want to kind of, and within a couple hours, I can find those couple trades. So I will wait till I see it. You saw in the beginning of the week, if you've been following my trade results, I didn't take many trades. Yesterday, I took a few more trades. When I see the trade, I take it. If I don't see the trade, I'm going to hold off. And that's a mistake new traders make. They feel like kind of always need to be in the market, so they take less than optimal trades. Don't take less than optimal trades. AUD yen overbought going up. Euro Canadian. We've got kind of the signal here, but I don't like it. Everybody's kind of, the slope isn't steep enough for me. Although if we do look at this, let's see. We've got 3 points here. The thin orange line is going down. 2 blue lines going up, which means down. And I have red on top. I am going to hold off on this. So I've got 7 points, but I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is this is more sideways than down. In fact, the green line is, now the green line's going up. So I don't like this. I want the lines going down. Now they're going sideways. So we're going to pass. AUD NZD. The miners never made it to overbought, but the majors are overbought and they're coming down. When there's a discrepancy like this, where not everybody's overbought, I'm okay if the majors are up here. In fact, I love this line. This is like wicked steep. That's a Boston term for you people out there. This is very, very nice. So I like this. The 2 orange lines going down, thick blue going up. So I got 3 points here. I got down pressure. So I've got 7 points here. My only hesitancy is that it's the middle of the night for Australia. The signals work better when one of the pairs, or it's daytime for one of the pairs. So both of these are nighttime. So when the volume ticks down like that, the indicator can be not quite as accurate. But I do like this is an awesome line here. I'm going to keep looking just to see if we see something else, because I don't want to trade on Australian New Zealand dollar in the morning here in the US. Pound yen in the middle of the channel. Euro Australian dollar oversold going down. Canadian yen oversold going up. Lines clustered together. So I've got 3 points here. Oversold. Everybody's pointing up. And I've got the double cross. The one thing I don't like here is we've got the little kink in the green line here. It's going from more steep to less steep. So to me, that means the move is running out of gas. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down. So I've got 4 points here, and I do have green on top. So I've got 7 points here. Well, actually 8 points. My only hesitancy is the little kink in the green line. But now that I've got 8 points, what's going to happen is I'm going to go and going back to my little trading chart. I wanna know what the trend is, where the support and resistance are, and what the channel is. So I am going to open up a clean chart. CAD JPY. We're going to open up a clean chart. CAD So I want to know where my support and resistance are. And to draw the support and resistance, I'm going to kind of scrunch up. Like, so this isn't a pair that I normally trade. If you saw in that last chart that I had up, I trade the euro dollar. So I had support and resistance lines on there. This I don't trade, so I don't have them on there. So we're going to draw some support and resistance lines on there. Support and resistance are places where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to adjust this to where I see some natural stops. All right, so it seems to be stopping in here, stopped in here, stopped here, stopped here, stopped here. Let's put one up, one below. So it stopped here, stopped here, stopped here, stopped here, stopped over here. Let's put one above. This is a little bit like a little bit of an art form in terms of judging where you want to put these. We've got some stopping in here, some stopping in here, over here, over here. Usually, I myself, I tend to find they tend to be like about equal distance. Here, they're not quite equal distance. The distance between here and here is different from the distance between here and here. On the Euro USD, on the hour chart, they tend to be about 30 pips apart. You know, they can go from 20 to 40 pips, but generally in that 30 pip range. I'm going to put one more in here, one above. Which is catching right here, 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 over here. And I'm going to see if we can catch one more. We got one above, one below. I think that's all right. So now I'm going to kind of zoom it back in and make it so we can see it a little better. So I know where my support and resistance are. Oops, what happened? We missed the beginning part of the chart. Oops, so we were doing it in the wrong spots. Sorry about that. Let's pull it in as best we can. So right in here, right in here, right in here. Oops. I'm going to go right in here. So now let's pull it out. And so the trend over the last week-ish is we're trading into a downtrend. The reason I want to know the trend that we're trading into is that impacts how many pips I want to take. So if I'm taking a buy trade into a downtrend, I'm going to take less pips than if I'm going to take into a buy trade into an uptrend. So we've got a downtrend here. And the other thing I want to know is how much room do I have? How much room do I have on the to the support and resistance lines? Oops, so let's get rid of this. Sorry. All right, so let's try again. So I'm going to click here, and up to here, I've got about 34 pips. And you can see that like right up in the top in the middle here. So if I click this line, 34 pips up, 39 pips down. This support and resistance is actually a little too large for an hour chart, but I'm not going to change it right now. So I got 30 pips either way. So now what I want to do is I want to go back and I want to look at the full chart. So I'm trading into a downtrend and I got 30 pips either way. So I'm going to look at a chart that shows me a 1 minute, a 30 minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, and a day. And what I want is I want to see some support for what I'm seeing on the hour chart, on the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So let's go to EuroCAD. All right, so we still have the same signal here. We've got the seven points. Three here, one here, red's crossed over. The majors and minors are overbought and going down. So that supports what I'm seeing here. In fact, I like this setup a little bit better than this setup because this is kind of the steepness here isn't on the majors and minors here isn't as good as the steepness here. So this kind of gives me confidence in what I'm seeing here. And on the 4 hour chart, we are overbought. Now, the minors are pointed down. The majors aren't quite yet. But the fact is everybody's overbought. If everybody's overbought, that means they're going down. So that gives me support. The day chart is overbought too. I don't pay as much attention to the day chart because I'm hoping for this trade on a 1 hour chart to close within the next 3. And I'm seeing that here on the 2 and the 4 hour chart. Pressure is up. Green is on top. But to me, it's starting to roll. Pressure's up. I've got the gap. Green is on top here, but in 4 hours, the red should cross over. So I like this. Let's go ahead and take a 10 pip sell. 10 pip sell on the Euro Canadian. So I'm going to pull this up. I am going to find Euro Canadian. If I have him, Euro Canadian is right here. Let's go ahead and take a I'm going to click new order, which is on the second row here. In this account, there's 11,800. It is a demo account, so I'm going to adjust my lot size to 1.1 by just moving the decimal spot over 4 places. I am going to take a market sell. Market sell. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit yet. I just want to get the trade in. Market sell. Once the trade is registered, I click anywhere along it, and then I can go to modify, and I can add my parameters in. So I'm going to go for 10 pips. 10 pips is 100 points. Just add an extra 0. If I click this little blue copy as button, it will do the math down here for me. So there, and then we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss on this for now. So 400 points is 40 pips. And let's see what it's done. All right. Let me so we took using the 10-point signal, we took a sell on the Euro Canadian with a take profit of 1.49009. That's 1.49009 with a stop loss of 1.49510. Stop loss of 1.49510. And let's just go back and kind of take a look. I know we get a new set of the hour changed. Let's see if the signal is still there. Signal softened up. We are going down through the channel, which is good. The gap on the pressure increased. So it got red on top with the green separating. So that's good. We're still overbought here, but it's gone sideways. We're still overbought here. The red has actually gone on top here. So we'll be okay on this. We'll be okay on this. Let's see if we got any questions. Yes, someone has pointed out that there's a problem with the Forex Smart Trade website. We are aware of it and are working on correcting it. The main website, the Forex Smart Trade, should be going right now. But we had issues yesterday, not yesterday, or the day before yesterday, where anyways, it's a big long story, but we're working on fixing it. And of course, I'm not a technical guy, so I've got to rely on these other people to do it. And things always take longer than suspected. But thank you for pointing that out. We're on it, and we're working on trying to get it back going. Anyways, thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and again, we're here to help. I myself get great satisfaction out of helping people become traders. I'm a firm believer that the best way to get what you want is to help other people get what they want, and so I adhere to that philosophy. All right, thanks so much. We will see you next Monday. Generally we don't take questions. If you have something, drop it into the chat would be the best way, or just call me directly. Call me direct. But okay, thank you. Bye-bye.